Hey everyone, it's Aaron with Kite Paddle Surf. I'm super excited to introduce Neil, rep Liquid Force Wake. He's going to go through 2019 product line, show us some of the new boards and all the new features. All right, Neil, go for it.
All right, for 2019, we actually redesigned the Liquid Force Trip, which has been one of the longest running boards in our line forever. This board typically has been a really solid board for those people that want, one board that's going to fit everybody on the boat, and is going to be easy to ride and can be ridden from first-time user all the way up to an extremely aggressive rider. Some of the changes we did on this board, we widened up the nose and tail a little bit, and we actually squared them off just to give the board a little more float, make it sit a little higher up on the water. We changed the actual rail of the board. It's a little bit more tapered than it was last year, and then we added this thicker part on the rail further in on the board, so as you tip this board over on edge, it should create a little bit of resistance and keep the board a little higher up than your higher end board, which is going to want to dig, which will make the board actually go and react a little bit faster. We also flattened our double inside concave out just a little bit underneath your feet, which will help the board transition from edge to edge a little bit smoother for those first time users and more intermediate riders. And we made the fins significantly bigger than the old one was. So not only are the fins a little bit taller, but they have a much longer base, which is going to create more hold and more consistent hold all the way throughout your cuts. We also added just slightly more rocker. As we're finding, bigger boats are making a bigger wave, it helps to have a little bit more curvature to the board to make it just take off that much smoother and that much easier. Also, as a little bit of a throwback to our original trip, which was probably made 20-some plus years ago, we had Drew Brophy, the famous lost surfboard artist, come in and do our graphic again for the new version of the trip. He was our original graphic designer for our old version of the trip, the original one. And we also went back to the original trip artwork, which was a really cool logo that we wanted to bring it back to our roots. Since we redesigned the board, we wanted to kind of bring it back to where it started. This has been one of the top selling boards at Liquid Force for years and years and years. For beginner riders, intermediate riders, high-end riders. We based some high-end flex models off this board. I mean, this has been one of the most universally loved easy boards to ride on the market. We just made it that much easier to ride and that much better. We packaged it with the index boot, which is a size 8 to 12 or 5 to 8 or 12 to 15. So it's a really universal, one-size-fits-all, fun binding to ride that the whole family can get behind and get out and ride this board. 2019 Liquid Force Trip, all new.